Good morning, everyone. I'm running a little behind schedule today. And that's because I am such a creature of habit and routine. Yeah, how can I say? That when I woke up today, I actually thought it was Monday. Yeah, because, you know, Rick didn't go to work yesterday. So, well, anyways, I'm sure you understand. So, yeah, I have a mess behind me. I had to really just kind of scramble to get my husband's dinner going because, yeah, as you know, he eats at 10:30 in the morning. So, yeah, I had to get that going. So, it's almost noon here. But anyways, I hope that you will want to stick around for a little bit of my day, and I'll talk to you guys in just a little while. Hello, everyone. Well, as you can see, we are going to be doing a fun craft. And I did neglect to tell you yesterday that we are going to also need some straight pins. So I'm hoping I have enough straight pins. I know I have more. I just don't know where they're at. So that means I'm going to have to stop and start searching. But anyways, I'm hoping I have enough in my little pin cushion here. And as you can see, I have my cupcake papers out. And this is very simple because as you can see here, all we're going to do is cut out the bottoms. That's all there is. Whoop, there they go. Now I need to find a craft to do with all of these because, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of those. But just take like 5 or 10 of your cupcake papers, and we are just simply going to make a slice, just cut right up the side. And that way we can just cut the bottom right out without any difficulty. This does not need to be done perfectly because you're not even going to see the edge here. So if you don't get a nice smooth edge, don't even worry about it because, all that you need is to make sure that you've cut enough that it's going to fit around the wreath here. Because it's this edge that's actually going to be seen. And we're just going to cut out the bottom. Very, very simple. I like simple crafts. I don't like complicated crafts. I like crafts that your grandkids can do with you, and they're nice and easy. So all we're going to do is take one of these that we've cut and straight pin, and we're just going to, as you can see, wrap it around. And what you do in order to hold it in place, and I'm doing it about halfway down each paper. So all you're going to do is about halfway down your paper there. Let me get this pin in the right spot. You're just going to put your pin. You see the pin right there? Hopefully you can. And then that's what holds it in place so that you can kind of go ahead and wrap it around. And now you can hold your thumb there so that it is nice and tight. Well, it doesn't need to be too tight. It is paper because you'll rip the paper. But you're just going to take that pin back out and then simply push it all the way in this time so that there's no pin sticking out. And we're just going to continue to do this all the way around this whole wreath. So anyways, I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll bring you back in just, I got a lot of cutting and a lot of pinning to do. Well, I brought you back because I wanted to show you that I finished it. Isn't it cute? This would be a great idea to do with Valentine's Day cupcake papers, for St. Patty's Day, for Easter, for just about anything. Christmas, it would be really pretty. Like I said, I did not put this on it yet because it's raining outside and I would like to do it outside. So yeah, I'm just going to wait for a day that it's not raining and I will spray it with my acrylic coating. But anyways, I think it turned out really cute. the last few were kind of difficult because, you're trying to get them under what you've already done so that you can't see where you began and where you ended. And I would also suggest that you do not put them at the halfway, but more like a third spaced showing, because what happens is they want to drop down and then you can kind of see the green wreath there. So I ended up putting them closer together because, like I said, they were put closer together, but they're like falling down a little bit. So anyways, that is what it looks like. I'm very happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you in just a little while. Our scripture verse for today's devotion is in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 27. For he has put all things in subjection under his feet. But when he says all things are put in subjection, it is evident that he is accepted who put all things in subjection to him. This is referring to Christ's resurrection and ascension. God put all things in subjection under his feet. That may sound like an odd statement, and today we are going to look into what it means. The term under his feet has two meanings in the Old Testament. It means authority over creation, as in Psalms chapter 8, for example, where we are told that God has responsibility to care for his world and says, "What is man that you take thought of him, and the Son of Man that you care for him? You make him to rule over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet." We're told here that all things have been put under our care. The sheep and the oxen, the wild animals, the birds, the fish of the sea. This is actually a creation song that goes back to Genesis 1, where God called us to be stewards of the earth that he created. All things under his feet speaks about the authority that we have been given over creation and its care. But this psalm is not talking about Jesus. It's talking about Adam and us. So when Paul quoted this scripture in our verse today, he was revealing a deeper meaning. When Adam disobeyed, rebellion and destruction was unleashed in our world that was originally created good. Creation was messed up and trials and difficulties erupted. As Romans chapter 8 verses 21 and 22 tell us, creation now groans under the weight of our sin, and it longs to be set free from its slavery to corruption into the freedom of the glory of the children of God. For Adam's disobedience brought bondage, but Jesus' obedience brings liberation. Jesus is the new Adam. He succeeded where we failed through the power of his resurrection. God putting everything under Jesus' feet means creation has been placed under his authority. Our resurrected Lord has redeemed Adam's calling and ours. Yes, all things are in subjection under his feet, the feet of Jesus. He has authority over the world. But this phrase also has a second meaning, which is victory over one's enemies. For example, in 1 Kings chapter 5, verse 3, where it tells us that King David wanted to build a temple for God, but could not because of the wars which surrounded him, until the Lord put them under the soles of his feet. Then the temple could be built. Because of divine love, our God comes to find us in our wreckage and in our wrongdoing, and through the power of his presence makes all things new. Christ has won. He is victorious. And we become joined to his body, the fullness of him who fills all in all. Jesus wants us, the church, to fill the world with his light and flood all things with his love. And with that, I want to remind you, life happens. Let's enjoy it. And when we cry out, Jesus is Lord, it should be so much more than to remind other people of Jesus, but should embody the presence and the power of Christ's life in this world, along with all of creation who are under the massive and glorious resurrected feet of Jesus Christ. God bless, and I will talk to you tomorrow.